Yesterday I told you how important this week would be for the future of Juventus on the field with two games, Monza in Coppa Italia, attenzione, but also Serie A, Atalanta, attenzione. But today we start with the off-the-field topics, shareholders meeting, yes, because now we start. They were already quite announced. We know who they are. Today they will start working for Juventus, for the new Juventus, for the new era of Juventus. We'll also speak about this. Coffee. Why? Because yesterday apparently the mother of a player had a coffee with some people in the management of Juventus. Of course, we are speaking about Adrien Rabiot. We'll speak about Mercato in that video, so put a maximum of likes. Subscribe to the channel. We go. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. We open immediately the page, Corriere dello Sport, who is speaking about spareggio da Rabia. What does that mean? Well, today there is the Supercoppa between the two teams of Milan, Inter and Milan. One won the Scudetto, Milan, one won the Coppa Italia, Inter, they play together. I tell you immediately, I am pissed off. Yes, I am jealous. Yes, I am jealous. Yes, I wanted to play that game. It annoys me because the last 10 years, it was always Juventus that was playing that game, wherever in the world, sometimes in Italy, sometimes in Arabia Saudita, whatever, but I wanted to play that game. In the last 10 times that we played, we won 5 of them, so 50%. Last time we lost, so this time we should have won it. Anyway, it will be them that will play it, and again, I am pissed off. But it's not only that, because we go back to the page of Corriere dello Sport, who is speaking about Napoli, La Stecca del Napoli, that yesterday, actually, Napoli, they totally failed their game. 2-2. In the 120 minutes versus Cremonese, and then they lost at the penalty. A Cremonese that didn't win a single game in Serie A at the moment. They are at the bottom of Serie A. I believe, if I'm not wrong, 11 times they lost, 7 times they drew. Well, they were able to beat the Napoli that beat Juventus 5-1 a few days ago on Friday. A lot of people ask me on social media, what are your opinion? Beppe, why are you not mocking Napoli? What is your reaction? You didn't even communicate. I tell you immediately, I don't care. I don't care about what Napoli did in Coppa Italia. No, I lost 5-1 a few days ago versus them, and I will not mock them for being out versus Cremonese, because I'm not in a position to mock Napoli that played yesterday, to be honest, with their B team that should, of course, be stronger as Cremonese. But whatever, I don't care. I don't care. It's not my problem what they did versus Cremonese. Just one thing I want people to keep in mind. Milan lost versus Torino with 10 men in Coppa Italia. Inter was about to be eliminated from a Serie B team, Parma. Yesterday Napoli was eliminated. Today we are playing versus Monza. Don't underestimate the game of Monza. I said today, but it's tomorrow, on Thursday. Don't underestimate Coppa Italia. If you want to do a turnover, go with rotation, whatever you want to, but pay attention. Take it seriously, because I don't want to lose versus Monza in Coppa Italia. A cup that probably is the most important one for Juve if we want to put a trophy in our museum. There is always place in a museum. So, yes, pay attention, but anyway, I don't care about Napoli losing yesterday. It is what it is. After 5-1 performance of Juve, it makes sense that you are playing with your B team, you believe that you arrived, and then you lost. Anyway, it is what it is. Just one thing I want to say, what a disgusting shirt Napoli was wearing yesterday. You know that I love shirts. I am a collector, and give me even the orange one of Juve that is, we can discuss, not that beautiful. But I love it. The ones of Napoli, mamma mia, guys, mamma mia, but I don't know. But they have to be creative, because they promised also the sponsor that they would have like 13 or 14 shirts. They were planning to go again with an edition of the Maradona face on the shirt. They can't, because the Maradona family was pissed off with Napoli using it without asking for the right, without paying for the rights. And that's why they have to be creative. Yesterday on the 18th of January, they were already starting celebrating Saint Valentino with the kiss on the shirt. Probably the kiss of the goodbye to the cup of Coppa Italia. It is what it is. What are we speaking today in the shareholders meeting, where 4 points Romeo Agresti he gave us. They will say how much they will be in the shareholders meeting. At the moment we know of 5 people. Let's see if that will be confirmed later on today. Should be. I'm not expecting any surprise. So 5 people there at the moment. Maybe they will tell us that there will be some room for more in the future. We'll discuss about that. They will tell us also how long they will stay at Juventus. Is it 1 year? Is it 3 years? Is it 5 years? Let's see. Who are they? So the names of them and how much pesetos, how much they will earn. So we will speak about that. We know it. Here they are, but also it will be important, especially to understand how long they will stay at Juve, because not only they will have to defend us off the field, but they will also start thinking about on the field with the sporting director hierarchy. How will they work? We have some identikit there, because we don't know if Cherubini will stay in his role. We don't know if he will stay at Juventus. What about Max Allegri? Well, a lot will depend about results of this year, especially for Max, but then also from the decision that will be taken. Where will we want to go to with a sporting director? We already have some names on that list there. Campos from Paris Saint-Germain, that is a sporting consultant at the moment there. Massara from Napoli, Giuntoli, Petracchi from Torino. There are a lot of names there that are possibly in the list for the future kind of Beppe Marotta. Attenzione, because that can tell us a lot about the future, but these kind of names will be leaked towards the coming months, but taking officially at the end of the season, so don't expect that today. Attenzione, because what about Mercato? Mercato looks like in Italy there is no Mercato. In Spain there is no Mercato. There is only Mercato in Premier League with all the signings and the announcements and so on. Well, Juventus, they want to do something on the right side of the field, but there is someone that is blocking the Mercato. We know it. It is Weston McKennie, that received a few offers. Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Fulham. I already told you he's expecting a bit bigger pedigree teams like Chelsea. I don't know where he would be put in Chelsea. They have already 120 names. Or maybe Arsenal or whatever. He's waiting for top clubs in Premier League and these offers are not arriving. Something else can be a return in Bundesliga. We have 12 days, 13 days before the end officially of the Mercato. Will he move or not? I don't know, but at the moment he's blocking the entries of Juventus. So it doesn't mean we don't have a sporting director that we will not go on the Mercato. We'll try to have some opportunities. Pellegrini can potentially bring a bit of money going to Lazio already now in the winter, and maybe that money will be invested in someone. Will it be Fresneda? Well, Juventus is talking with the players. They are interested on that young player. That doesn't mean that we can't do extensions of contract, especially in our next gen products. Huijsen, Dean Huijsen, that we saw during the friendlies, well, talks. Apparently, there are some talks from the moment that he will be 18 to sign a contract until 2026 with Juventus. He's happy at Juventus. He loves Juventus. He's fantastically well here. He's thinking about going one day to the first team. So they are actually speaking quite well and they are going towards that solution. Dean Huijsen, remember the name. Gazzetta dello Sport is speaking, of course, about Il Derby that today will be played. Let me know if you want a watch along about that game. Anyway, but they're also speaking about something, and it's really strange because two papers are speaking about that thing. La Juve incontra Mamma Rabiot. Rinnovo possibile. Juventus is meeting the mother of Rabiot. Possible renewal. Attention, when I see something on Gazzetta dello Sport, I'm thinking about McAllister. They already fooled me once, so I don't want to be fooled. I watch Tutto Sport. Big page. Rabiot there. Juve Rabiot. Prove d'intesa, Juve Rabiot. We try to find an agreement. So yesterday there was in Torino the mother of Rabiot. All the people saw it. Nicola Balice, Romeo Agresti. Romeo Agresti should be on the channel next week. Attenzione, put it in your agenda. Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Italian time. Let's see, 99%, so put it down. But anyway, yesterday they all spotted at Maman Véronique Rabiot that already spoke with Juve. They took a coffee together. Of course, it was not an official meeting with a proposal of Juve, but Juve is showing the interest in Adrien Rabiot, telling we want to talk seriously. We are there. We don't give up. We like the player. He loves to be in Torino. He believes in the team. He starts after 4 years to have recognition of management. Also, especially the fans. He's showing beautiful performances. Of course, we can't give the money that Premier League would be able to give him. 10 million, 11 million, 12 million. This is not possible. But we are there. If you open the door for a discussion, we try. We go all in with Adrien Rabiot. Mother, she understood it. She was already there in Torino to listen, to have a first contact. So that means that they have some interest. Does that mean that they will sign? Absolutely not. We will also discover it towards the end of the season. For me, guys, talks are nice, but wait until the end of the season. You don't know. What if Max Allegri is not there anymore? Will the new coach believe in Adrien Rabiot as well? That will be super important to decide. Otherwise, you have a player for 3, 4, 5 years, again with a contract that the new coach will not believe in. So that will be, for me, super important. What about Cuadrado? Well, Cuadrado, we were all hoping to see him at least on the bench and maybe starting versus Monza. Forget about it. Yesterday they trained partially with De Sciglio. They were there, both of them, but partially. Pogba and Vlahovic will not be there. So who will play tomorrow in Coppa Italia? We'll come back on that. But anyway, there will be some rotation. But not a massive one. We can't go out of that Coppa Italia. We have to take it seriously. Gatti could be one that starts. Maybe Rugani, but Gatti, normally he will start. I'm curious to see if we will give the opportunity to rest to a player like Kostic that probably needs a bit of rest, and seeing from the first minute Ealing Jr. Also curious to see Miretti and Fagioli from the first minute. So some youngsters, but not all of them. There will be a mix of experience and a mix of players that will be there from the first minute. Anyway, we already spoke about Rabiot, and then the last news, guys, I come back on a positive news. Maybe there is Dortmund that went on Kivior, the player from Spezia that Juventus is interested in. They offered 22 million euro, and Spezia said no. Massive boost for Juventus because they are on the player, and if they close the transfer from the winter, maybe in the summer it will be more easy to go on the 22-year Polish player from Spezia. Attenzione, because Juventus is really interested in that left foot center back. That was it for me today. Of course, we will come back today because I'm curious about the shareholders meeting. In the meanwhile, thank you, grazie, forza, Juve.